All right, here we go. Darius, good to see you again. I know you and I previously chatted one time on Twitter. But people didn't get to see your face that time, so we thought, hey, we got to get you back, get your face, get your reactions to our crazy questions. We got a number of them from the members, but just wanted to start with, man, just tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and where you're from.
So I'm Darius Taylor. Obviously, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I play running back. I grew up as a receiver actually.
Okay.
Switched late in my high school career, and I mean I'm just thriving now. Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me about that. So you played wide receiver, and then like one, how are you approached to play running back? And what was there hesitation, or you're like, yeah, I'm in, let's do it.
So I mean, all through my first 3 years of high school, I mean I thought I was a receiver, played receiver. And my head coach kind of came to me in a time of need. We kind of needed a running back. And I mean, he wanted to put the ball in the best playmaker's hands, and we were struggling to throw the ball for a while. So he kind of just threw me back there, and I never left since. So,
And you've been stuck there since. So you're just waiting for the opportunity to go back to wide receiver at this point.
not to fully go back, but definitely opportunities to split out at running back. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. So tell me a little bit about your hometown. So you're from Detroit.
Mhm.
Um, you know, what's something that people don't know about Detroit that makes it awesome to either be from there or something that you really enjoy?
Something that I really enjoy about Detroit is probably during Christmas time. We have a place called Campus Marshes. It's kind of like New York in the middle of downtown Detroit. There's
Okay.
a whole bunch of restaurants around. There's a giant Christmas tree. Lights lined up all down the streets. Lots of people when you get towards nighttime. So I mean that's a good experience.
Okay. Sweet. That sounds awesome. So I can imagine that there's a number of people getting their best Instagram photos up and down that whole area. But all right. Cool. Okay. When you're in your hometown too, do you have a favorite type of food that you like to go out and get, or like, yeah, what about Detroit food, or what Detroit food do you like best?
So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Coney Island,
Hmm.
but it's kind of a restaurant that's only in Michigan.
Hmm.
Um, it's kind of like a Waffle House or like something like that, as people from down south would see, or like
Hmm.
road. And really just get I get a lot of chili cheese fries.
Chili cheese fries. Okay. Do you like to add the raw onions, or do you keep the raw onions off?
Nah, I keep them off.
You
Just
keep just the cheese fries straight up. Okay. Nice. I like that. Okay. All right. So what do you and your friends do for fun in Detroit? Like what is the activity, you look back at fondly? Here in Minnesota, it's pond hockey, right? People like to play pond hockey and that sort of thing. But for you, what's kind of the thing you look back fondly on?
a big thing in my friend group was bowling.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
we did a lot of bowling and probably just pick up basketball at Lifetime. Just
Okay.
yeah.
How good a bowler are you?
I'm actually pretty good. I average probably around 160. I know that's not great, but that's better than
That,
average. But
no, that's pretty decent. Don't cut yourself short there. That's pretty decent.
yeah.
Okay. Assuming you're with your friend groups and you guys are at the bowling alley and someone gives you the aux cable, what are you playing?
Most likely Rod Wave or Little Dirk.
Okay. Nice. I'll show my age. I don't know who either of those people are.
One of them's like R&B hip hop.
Okay.
The other one's a rapper.
Okay. Nice. And are those consistently your favorite, or are they just kind of the last couple of years been your go-to?
Um, I'd say within like the last 3 years, those two have just been consistently my favorite.
Okay, nice. All right, let's talk about, just kind of the transition, out of Detroit, and now you're looking, not out of Detroit, but like you're in high school and you're starting to consider like, hey, college football might be an option for me. Like, when did you have that realization?
I mean, it's always been a dream to play college football. Just growing up watching college football. When I knew that I personally would be able to was probably my sophomore year when I
Hmm.
led the team in receptions and touchdowns. On varsity, that's when I knew that I had a chance. And
Hmm.
then few years where things started to pick up when it came to offers and things like that.
Hmm. What's it like, being recruited? Was that a fun process? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Did you embrace it, or were you like, I don't really care for this?
Um, in my opinion, it's a great experience. It can be stressful at times because there's a lot of people in your ear.
Hmm.
But when it comes to like actually being recruited, I mean, it's really fun because I mean, you get to go to all these schools, take pictures, meet a lot of people, and I mean, it's cool just to be recruited because I mean, you feel like wanted at a school.
Hmm.
So well, it's a good experience, and like you get to travel all around and
Hmm.
just see new parts of the country.
Okay, so what about the University of Minnesota? What made that appealing for you, or what was the differentiator for you in choosing university?
I said the biggest thing was Coach Fleck and the culture.
Hmm.
I know it sounds like cliche, like
Yeah,
program, but that's genuinely what it was. I found that Coach Fleck has just been honest with me from the beginning. Never lied to me. He's a straightforward man. And the program's kind of straightforward. He cuts it to you straight. Says it's not easy. Um, but if you follow the plan and stick to the culture, you'll become a successful man. And that's something that I like am big on. Is with or without football, I want to be a successful man. So if I can
hmm.
be successful in football and outside of football, that's really big for me.
What would success look like for you, in your opinion, right now? As a what you're probably like 20, 19, 20 years old, right? What's
Yeah, I turned
success look like?
about a month.
Yeah.
Um, I'd say successful right now. I mean, is doing what I'm doing currently, just playing my best. Just playing ball. But I mean, in my future, I'd like to go to the NFL.
Hmm.
Uh, After that, or if that doesn't work out, probably working somewhere in the business world. Um, you know, making a good wage,
Hmm.
being provided for me and my family. That's just
Hmm. That's awesome. Do you have a declared major yet?
as of right now, it's business.
Okay,
Business,
nice.
yeah.
Nice. Okay, very cool. Um, in regards to Minnesota, like what's something that you didn't know about Minnesota that you do know now, that since you've been living here, going to school here?
I didn't fully know how cold it was outside in the winter. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
from, so I mean, obviously, I've been in the cold my whole life, but I never really experienced like negative 20 degrees outside like I did last winter. So that's
yeah,
something.
yeah. So you came in the spring, right? So for spring ball and everything?
I came in the winter, so January I actually got here, like
Yeah,
January,
yeah, yeah.
but
Spring semester, yeah.
for the spring semester, yes.
Okay, so then for you, what was that like, leaving school early? Was that an adjustment? You're probably supposed to be going to like your high school prom and wrapping up, but you're now just jumping into college.
I mean, I'd say it was a pretty smooth transition for me. I kind of already was mentally prepared to move on from high school.
Hmm.
I didn't end up going back for my graduation or my prom.
Hmm.
Decision I made with my family. I just felt like there was no need to go back. I had already moved on, so I mean, I was pretty ready to just move on. So yeah.
Okay. What's your freshman year been like? What classes like have you enjoyed, or maybe even what are you looking forward to like the spring semester? Just outside of football.
I'd say my favorite class I've been a part of this last semester was probably the it's called Learning in and Through the Arts.
Hmm.
It would just taught you a bunch of different like forms of art, so not just drawing or
Hmm.
it'd be things like photo montages and like even dance was included. So I just felt like that class was it just brightened my horizons a little bit, showed me some new things. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Um, uh, so you mentioned obviously one of the goals is maybe to go and play in the NFL. Are there running backs or receivers that you look up to or have tried to pick up stuff from either watching film or just watching them when you catch games?
I'd say a current player is Alvin Kamara. I would like to play like him with this playing style. He catches a lot of passes out the backfield.
Hmm.
Does a lot in the passing game. And then I'd say an older guy would be Walter Payton. I try my best to
Yeah.
play as I can. Um, Physical, but also can juke when I need to. So yeah. That's pretty
Do
much.
you uh, do you know much about like the history of Gopher running backs? Is that something they've tried to ingrain in you, or have you learned about it, in your short time here so far?
I mean, I've learned a little bit. I mean, I know that every guy that comes through here that's a great has played with that edge to him.
Hmm.
The mentality, downhill running, that's been
Hmm.
really Minnesota culture in general. And I know that's something that Coach Fleck likes to ingrain in his players. Just having that edge, playing with a little bit more oomph. So yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I've learned since I've been here.
All right. You might remember, or you may not know these names, but there are a couple players, Lawrence Maroney and Marion Barber.
Yeah.
Barber in the NFL was actually pretty good out of the backfield. So if you get an opportunity, maybe check some of his tape out. He actually recently passed, which is obviously too bad. And he's missed, but like, if you like that out of the backfield stuff, that's something that to maybe look at. Do you has any one of the questions from one of the Dinkytown Athletes members was asking if you had a favorite historical Gopher running back. Do you have one?
Um, I'd probably say DT.
Okay.
Kind of like it's kind of because I kind of have like a relationship with him a little bit. I mean, I've talked to
Hmm.
him times, but I'd probably say DT. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe to just wrap up kind of on the recruiting and how you end up in Minnesota. Um, you know, for you, what advice did you get just in the recruiting process? Obviously, there's opportunities to, go in state or out of state, and there's a number of chances that every student, whether they're going to go on and pursue athletics or not, has that opportunity. What kind of advice did you get in terms of trying to make a decision on, what was the best school or situation for you?
The biggest advice I got is try to find a place that feels like home or just like you feel comfortable at, that just
Hmm.
feels the right fit just being there. I feel like Minnesota, just as soon as I got here, I felt like it was the right fit. Me and my family, probably 2 hours into the visit, not even, we all knew this would probably be the place I'd be going. So I just
Hmm.
felt something that like all my coaches told me is just try to find the right fit for you.
Hmm. And I know you mentioned the culture, that was the fit. Is that the thing that felt like the right fit? Is that the thing you prioritize, or what was really what sold you on the fit?
There's a combination of a few things. I'd say, um, with Minnesota being in a city in Minneapolis,
Hmm.
connected to the city, the just the opportunities that the city holds, just with job opportunities and things like that, just connections I can make. Then obviously the culture, the way we run the ball, and then Coach Fleck, like I said, is just
Hmm.
everything right. So that's where I came with my decision.
All right, you've only been on campus for almost not quite a year, but do you have any favorite spots to go grab a bite?
I'd probably say Ray J's. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a place, DP dough. I get a lot of DP dough.
Okay.
Um, then I'd probably say Momo Sushi.
Okay. Oh, the sushi too. Okay, I like it.
Food.
Yeah, that's good. Um, all right. So let's talk a little bit about you, kind of a little bit more personally. Um, do you have hobbies outside of like football, or is that football in school? Is that just all consuming, so you don't really have hobbies?
I say my biggest hobbies are probably fishing and
Okay.
playing games. Yeah, those two.
Okay. Let's delve into the fishing. So you're in Michigan. What's the fishing spot?
It'd probably be either Walled Lake or Wolverine Lake.
Okay. What are we trying to catch?
Either walleye, pike, or bass. Those
Okay.
three I'm going for.
You, walleye is a prized possession here in the state of Minnesota. So you get those. People they have like real strong feelings on how you cook those. So how are you cooking your walleye?
I'm a fan of just fried walleye.
Okay, nice, nice. What kind of lures are you using?
I'm big on just worms, plastics. And then I
Hmm.
do a lot of spinners to catch the pike and walleye. Just spoon.
Okay, you a Rapala guy or no?
Nah.
Nah. I love it. Okay, and then video games. Obviously, video games go in waves, right? So what are you playing now?
As of right now, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty.
Hmm.
Um, and I play a little bit of Madden here and there.
Okay. Uh, all right. Call of Duty on the team. Who's best?
I'd probably say Aiden Gooseby. He's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
Yeah,
So you're gonna squad up with him, right?
definitely. That's what I play with here and there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Who's the worst?
Um, Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Everybody's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. There's no one that's
And then who doesn't play at all?
Call of Duty. Chris Collins on
Okay.
our.
Doesn't
I
play
mean,
at all.
only thing he plays is Madden.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah,
That's good. Are you are you a PS5 or are you a Xbox guy?
yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Got it. Um, all right. So additionally, have you gotten an opportunity to actually try some of the Minnesota hobbies? So obviously fishing is one. But do you guys ice fish in Michigan too?
We do. I've never been ice fishing personally. That's something that I definitely want to get into. In Minnesota, something that I want to try out.
Okay. We got to find someone that's going to take you ice fishing. That's what we got to do. In the Dinkytown Athletes membership, I guarantee there are a number of people with ice fishing houses. Someone's got to get you to go ice fishing with them. That's what we got
Do
to
it.
figure out.
Down.
Yeah, that's good. Have you been fishing here yet?
I have. I actually went up to Otter County
Oh
and
yeah.
there, so that was fun.
Yeah, they're big supporters of Dinkytown Athletes too. Yeah, so you got up there, you got to do some fishing. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Um, how'd you do?
I did decent. I caught two bass. One that was decent size, probably a 2 pounder. And then another just small, probably pound, maybe half pound.
Okay,
Yeah.
we gotta find out how to get you up there probably to do some ice fishing. There's got to be some good ice fishing opportunities up there. Who else on the team fishes?
Um, Everybody, probably the whole line. I know somebody that just got into fishing is Daniel Jackson. When we went up to Otter County, that was his first
Okay,
time.
yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. That's good. Okay. Obviously, looking back at the season, you had a real good start. Obviously had some injuries that didn't allow you to play too much, but what were some highlights on the season for you?
Um, Probably my first touchdown was my biggest highlight.
Hmm.
Just the support that I got from my teammates after scoring, it was a good opportunity. To be in the game in general. Because I didn't start off the year playing much. So
Hmm.
that was a really big and good opportunity for me. And just being around the guys and how happy they were for me, that was a good experience.
Okay. What kind of camaraderie do you have with the O line? Obviously, they're making the holes for you, etc. But what kind of relationship do you have with them, and how do you really show your appreciation for them?
We have actually pretty good relationship. In the locker room, we're almost always together. They're kind of in the center of the locker room, so I go in there a lot, just hang out with them, talk to them. We do things outside, like on the weekends, just hang out, just have fun. But I'd say, I mean, the biggest thing that I do for them is just I'm always encouraging them to keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep it up, and actually telling them like, thank you, appreciate you. Like, let's keep going and things like
Hmm.
that.
Okay, good. What's the biggest difference you've noticed between high school and college football?
I'd probably say the speed of the game and just the knowledge that is required to actually play the game at a high level.
Okay, so for you, let's deep dive in that knowledge thing. Is that for you personally, the whole team, or is that like defenses are just way smarter?
It's really just everybody in college football. I mean, it's just moving up to a higher level and a higher intellectual level as well. But something for me that I really need to learn is how to play better in situational football. That's still
Hmm.
something I'm working on, and that'll come with time.
Hmm.
Um, that's what we focus on that all season, and I've learned a lot of lessons. Even when I was playing, just in certain situations, I might not have made the right decision, but
Hmm.
that I've improved on, and mentally, like, I know that's what I'm focusing on. So when I get to those situations, I've started to make better decisions.
Did you find yourself thinking at times during the season because there's so much happening, because it's, a little bit more complex a game, or when the ball snapped, it's just like you let the instincts ride?
Pre snap, there's a lot of thinking. That's required just
Hmm.
to just to start the play off. There is pre-snap a lot of thinking, but as soon as that ball snaps, I mean, you kind of just have to go and run. It all comes like naturally once the ball gets in your hand. You can't really be thinking.
Hmm.
You won't move as fast as you can, so you kind of just run and react and just.
Yeah.
Uh,
We did get to see you've mentioned this a little bit, through your receiver background, but we did get to see you catch a few balls, and how fluid you are catching the ball. And you mentioned you'd like to get more involved, in the passing game to some extent. Um, do you envision that something that will be in your future?
yeah, I feel like that's something that could possibly be happening in the future. Obviously, we'd have to, go through the offseason, make sure I'm doing what I need to do to uphold the standard and actually be able to play running back and split out that receiver and understand what I have to do when it comes to coverages and all that stuff. So, I mean, I just have to uphold myself to the standard and actually make it happen.
That's awesome. Obviously, we also saw Jordan Howden come in and spell you when injured and had that big game against Michigan State, and then obviously, ended up with like 200 some yards, whatever, leading to the win. How how proud are you of someone like that? Taking their opportunity and seizing it, in your position group.
So yeah, Jordan Newman, I mean, he's just a great guy in general. He's works harder than almost everybody on the team. He just works hard day in day out. I mean, and we're all just waiting for opportunities. Like I said, I didn't start the season off starting or really playing much. When I got my opportunity, I took advantage of it. So that's something that Coach Nick McKissick Luke he preaches in the room is when you get your opportunity, make sure you take advantage of it and just play to the standard. Like I said, he just did what we were coached to do. I mean, we're all coached to do the same thing, make the same decisions. It's just whether you make it happen or not. And when he was in there, he was making it happen, and the outcome was what it was. I mean, he just followed coaching and upheld the standard.
What what for you, like travel wise, do you like the long travels for games? Whether you're going to Chicago or Ohio State, or I should say Northwestern or Ohio State or Iowa, etc. Have you enjoyed that part and getting to experience those, or is the travel just wearing?
No, I enjoy it. It's definitely cool to go to other people's stadiums. Get to see different campuses. I really enjoyed the hotels. We do a lot of stuff together as a team, which is fun. So that's a great experience. And I'd say just being around the guys and traveling and just seeing new things is really good for me personally. But
Mhm.
I also do love playing at home. It's nothing like playing in front of Minnesota fans, though.
Yeah, of course. Okay, last time, we chatted, we did do the Dinkytown Athletes Pop Quiz. I'm gonna hit you with a couple of the quick hitting questions again. And I'm not gonna hit all of them, but I do just want to make sure that we get a couple in for you. And people are probably going to judge whether or not you're consistent on some of these questions, right? And so, like, no pressure there, right? They're only going to judge you. It's okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So now you've been in school for a while. You doing digital or paper notes?
I am a digital note taker.
All right. Are you liking TV series or movies more?
Um, I'd say TV series.
Okay. Winter or summer Olympics?
Winter Olympics.
Uh, Earbud headphones or over-the-ear headphones?
Over the ear headphones.
Okay. High socks or low socks?
Low socks.
Okay. Flip flops or slides?
Slides.
All right. This is me kind of controversial question here in Minnesota. No pressure on this one, man. You like your pizza cut in triangles or squares?
Squares.
Oh, good job. Um, are you a dog person or a cat person?
I'm a dog person.
All right. Um, so would you prefer to have Mel Kiper refer to your hips as fluid or elastic?
Fluid.
Okay. Uh, and then do you think that Todd McShay, if evaluating you for a draft, would say you have wiggle? Yes or
Uh,
no?
no.
All right, man. What's the favorite color, maroon or gold?
I'd say probably gold.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Hey, so just on behalf of all the Dean Keytown Athletes members, we want to thank you for joining today. And yeah, it's fun to chat with you, get to know you a little bit more. And obviously, best of luck to you going forward. Hope you can stay healthy.
Thank you. Appreciate everybody.